This is Attingham Park by GBModding. It is 509.23 megabytes to download. A little bit hefty, but it is very nicely detailed. In a description there says, welcome to Attingham Park. As a newcomer to agriculture and the area, you've got a job at the local BGA, which luckily has some equipment that you can use, but that comes at a price. Can you be successful and work your way up to one of the available farms in the area, or even build your own? The choice is yours. Terrain height and field sizes correspond to real life, real Map PDA, precision farming ready with realistic soil map, removable hedge collisions, a trigger in store, 47 fields, 2 forestry areas, water source at river crossing, productions and sell points included in the map, custom seasonal growth plan with cotton and sugarcane removed. Most things only work once the land has been bought, animals, silos, etc. Malthouse Farm has horses and pigs, Brompton Farmhouse, chickens and cows, Crossfields Dairy, cows and sheep, and there's Attingham Fishing Club, which if you buy the land gives you an hourly income, which is pretty cool. And it says have fun. So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all 3 modes. And this is the map, guys. So if you played on this in 19, it will be very familiar with you. It's exactly the same layout, obviously with the added in productions, things like that. But it's pretty much spot on to 19 as far as I can tell. I'm in new farmer mode. And in new farmer mode, like it says in the description, and like in FS19's version, we start off with this. So we own the plot that the BGA is on. So the BGA is actually ours as a production point, and that comes with field 35. They are 2 separate plots. So field 35 is valued at 121,580. And the BGA, if you're on here in Farm Manager and start from scratch, is very cheap. Only 24,380. That's going to get you that plot of land and the BGA. So very, very cheap. In terms of field prices, they vary. We've got a good mixture of field sizes on here. I think 16 is the biggest and most expensive. That's 735,000 just over. And the smallest and cheapest is actually this plot down here, 12,780. We'll be buying that in a minute because that is one of the plots of land that you will need to buy for things to show up. So there's a couple of little hidden things on here, but we will be looking at that in a second. 44 is fairly cheap as well, 13,830. In terms of others, 509, 165. They are all individual fields unless you're buying one of the farms, which usually comes with like 2 or 3 fields. So there's one farm there, but I'll be going into that in more detail in a second, and another one there like so. A couple of little forestry areas. There's this little bit here. It's a tiny little bit of forestry in this corner. It does say 2, but they're not really sort of standing out to you because there's another little bit down here like so. So there's quite a few places you can buy and pretty much own all of the map, to be honest with you. There is a sort of periphery outside of the map. In fact, there's 2 of them. So there's this one which has actually got a value of 0. That takes in sort of the roads, all the places with the sell points on, and the river as far as I can see. So do that again. There you go, value of 0. And then there's this outside of the map, which again in pretty much exactly the same as 19. It's a U shape around the field. The map, sorry, but that is a whopping 158,955,000. I'm pretty sure you're not going to be doing anything with that anyway, even if you did buy it, but that is what it is. So that is the map. What I'll do is when I add money in, we'll go through buying the farms and also a couple of other little areas. I'll talk about that properly in a second. There is no collectibles on here. Like I said, we're in new farmer mode, you start off owning the BGA. It's just kind of a standard setup, so nothing special. There is contracts on the other fields that you don't own, and there is some cows here, and they are, as you can see, animal dealer cows, because like 19 as well, there is some cows at the animal dealer, which is over here, and it's basically just a cow pasture been put down, and there's a few cows in there been brought to life, which is quite good. You can sell them off if you want to, so you can see there's a mixture of all of the cow types in there. They have got a lot of food and a lot of water, so I think it's going to be a long time before they run out. You can add to them, but when we get down to the animal dealer, I'll go through that in a second as well. That's our equipment, which I'll talk about in a second. There isn't any custom crops or added in things. Pretty sure on 19 we had carrots and I want to say onions, but I'm not sure. But there's nothing added in. And like it says in the description, the crop calendar, sugarcane and cotton has been removed. Although there is actually places to sell those to, which is very interesting. So cotton there and sugarcane. So I don't know, maybe you can grow them. I haven't tested that, but there you go. We are actually up here. So what we'll do is we'll go through mods, slot counts, things like that. I'll add in some money. We'll buy up the places, the plots, and then we'll have a wander around. So modded in things. In sheds, there is a lot of sheds added in. I'm not going to show you them all, but look, it starts from here. And these are all dotted around the map on various farms. There is a lot, which is pretty good. Silos, we've got the manure heap 360 rotation, because the standard in-game manure heap snaps round like that. But this guy's been added in and we can spin that round, so that's quite cool. I like that. That's a nice touch. In containers, at the end we've got a medium petrol tank, like so. Every farm has got one of those, and I will talk about them when we get to the first one. And then in farmhouses, we do have the Attingham Park doormat, like so. So you can place that down wherever you want if you want a sleep trigger. In the painting textures, if I can get up there, there we go. There is a few extra things. We've got asphalt, another asphalt, gravel, concrete, a couple of concretes, dirt, forest ground again, grass, gravel, another gravel, animal mud, concrete, rock, and another rock. So quite a few textures as well, which is nice. Yeah, I think that's all of that. Slot counts. Now, like I said, new farm mode. You start off with the pickup. That is all you get. The slot count is 1095. But down at the BGA, we have some leased items. So all of these are on hire. They are leased to you as part of your job at the BGA. You're allowed to use them. Obviously, you can return those if you want. That will drop your slot count down. And obviously you can sell off your pickup if you want to. So obviously as well, you will be getting charged for these items, so that's one thing to bear in mind. Even though you are working down there, you will get charged for these items. If you wanted to return all these leased items, the slot count will go down to 1048, and you can get it down as low as 1042 if you sell off the pickup. Obviously there's potential to get that slot count down even further, because if you own any of the farms, you can sell off pretty much everything as far as I can tell. The animal pens, the sheds that are there, silos, etc. like that. So I think that is that. So I am going to add in some money, and I will see you back here in a second. Right, so we do have some money, quite a lot of it. So let's get back on the map. First of all, the farmhouses, that are around the map, they are not sleep triggers. So even if you buy this plot of land, that does not equate to a sleep trigger. It's just a point to show you where the farms are in the map, which is pretty nice. So that's just something there to point out. We do have a sleep trigger up here in new farmer mode. Oh, I didn't go through the slot counts, did I, for farm manager and start from scratch? I'll do that in a second. So first of all, let's buy up this, which is Malthouse Farm. That has got a value of 456,870. We'll buy that. And now, as you can see, extra icons have appeared. So we've got horses here, got a farm silo, one of those medium petrol tanks. Every farm's got a workshop and a petrol tank. And then we've also got pigs on that farm as well. Just here, this little slither here, which was the same as 19. If we buy that for 27,410, we've got a sheep pasture there, or sheep pen. So that's pretty cool. Oh, excuse me, I hit the wrong button. Down here, we're going to buy Brompton Farm. So again, if we do that, that comes with 34 and 36. 213,200. Buy that. Click off that. We actually get a large greenhouse as part of that farm as well, which is nice. Again, workshop trigger and a petrol tank. And then we've got chickens and cows on this farm. And then over here we've got, sorry, let's click on that, Crossfields Dairy. This comes with fields 25, 26, 27. That is 459,460. So probably the biggest farm on here. And then, as you can see, more icons. Again, we've got a fuel tank and a workshop. We've got cows on here, another silo, and we've also got sheep up the top there like so, which is pretty nice. As for Attingham Fishing Club, this is the part, if you buy this, it will generate an income for you. It doesn't actually do anything. You don't have to do anything, just buy the land for 36,360. So that is that. That will generate some income now. And then down here, if we were to buy this plot, it's got a tiny little field on there, field 47, 12,780. There is another large greenhouse that appears on that plot. And I think, guys, that is all we need to buy. So there you go. That does come with field 3 and 12 as well. 12 is a very good size. I didn't mention that either. In Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, if you come on here, you don't get anything. No pickup, no vehicles, there's no equipment at the BGA. You don't own any land either. The slot count is 1,042. So there you go. Right, I think I have actually done everything. So like I say, we are up here. We are staying at the hotel, because if we go through this archway, we do have one of those doormats just here. So this is going to be our sleep trigger in new farmer mode. So if you are working down at the BGA, you've got to come all the way up here for your shut eye. Round the back we have got the hotel sell point. Now there's two separate sell points, so one's going to take one's one's going to take one certain thing and the other's going to take another. So we've got a potato box there, so I'm guessing things like potatoes, sugar beet maybe. But this is going to be all things that you'd expect a hotel to be having delivered, sort of thing. Flour, chocolate, eggs, milk, things like that. So if you're not getting one trigger to work, try the other one. That's what I would suggest. Right, getting tongue-tied now. But there is some awesome detail on here. Just even some of the road signs, like the Think bikes. You see all these in the UK. Very, very nice. And then across the road we've actually got the entrance to Attingham Park, which is a real place. It's part of the National Trust. They own it. That is a proper thing in the UK. They own a lot of the stately homes and country parks and things like that, and they look after them, which is very nice. Looking after our sort of heritage, so to speak. We've got our pickup, which is over here. We're actually going to jump in there, be a little bit lazy. but you can already see the detail. There's loads of houses. I mean, this was a stunning map in my eyes on 19. I think it looks even better on 22 because obviously the graphics and things like that. A lovely little phone box, phone booth there. And then we're going to go into this area, which is kind of like our shop area. I will turn that off. This is our spinnery. So this is called Urban Sheep. Obviously you can buy it like so. If you do, your pallets will appear there. Your sell point is actually in here. You can't get in there by going that way, so what you've got to do is come up to these double doors, open them as normal, come inside. You can see you've got pallets of the fabric all boxed up, very cool. And there's our sell point. To open that door you need to come up to the keypad. You don't need to punch any numbers in, you just need to press the button, but little things like that, someone's scribbled down the different passcodes. So you just press the button and the door whizzes up. I am going to buy some of the productions as we go round because some of them do extra things. So as you can see, Urban Sheep Clothing, you can actually do fabric wool, cotton, and then we can actually produce clothes from wool as well. So they a lot of them do the extra sort of things, which I will point out as we go. Over here we do have a purchase point. You can buy quite a lot of things from here, so we can buy most of your standard crops, wheat, barley, things like that, seeds, solid fertilizer, manure, slurry. So quite a lot you can buy from there, which is nice. That is an actual working fuel tank. You can fill up from there. It doesn't show it on the map. Then these two doors you can open. In this one we do have a workshop trigger, just like so. And there. Now I'm going to jump back in the pickup because I'm going to do what I did on 19's version because it's exactly the same. So I'm going to drive over to this hedge and I'm going to bang crash into it because the hedges do have collisions on. But as it says in the description, we can turn those off and you need to go into the shop. Again, nicely detailed with some equipment. We've got that John Deere back in here as well. Still the same price from 19. Very nice. Shop menu's just there. You can go out this way as well. So as you can see, Hunt Forest Group. Then just behind the sign we've got this. And this is, if I quickly turn on the help menu so you can see. In the help menu there, hedge collision off. If I press circle for me, that's turned that off. We can turn it back on. Now if I jump back in to the pickup, I should be able to drive straight through that hedge. So there you go, that's pretty smart. Look, you can turn those off if you're not a fan of hedge collisions. I'm just going to turn off the help menu and then we're going to make our way down to the first of the farms, which is Malthouse Farm. So that's quite a nice little area there in where the shop is. There's also your reset point back there. As you can see, all the houses around here, some fantastic detail. We'll just jump out. They've all got their own sign at the entrance to the farms. We can open the gates and then I'm going to drive in. I think we'll leave the pickup running. So first on the right hand side here, again we've got another gate. This is our horse paddock, or whatever you want to call it. Now some of the animal pens, they do have water troughs. As you can see, they're just about, hopefully, there is water in there, but you don't have to give water to a lot of the animals on here. It will tell you and show you in the info. Inside here, just the other side, is your feed trough for your horses, and to get to that trigger, you'll come through this door. The pickup is there. I'm going to run through. We can also go this way and round this side. There's our dialogue box for our horses. That will hold 14 horses. We have shed space through here. A lot of the sheds have got lights on, but I couldn't find light switches, so I'm guessing they're going to be automatic. There's a little shed out there, and your horses will roam out here if you buy them. Oh, there's a wall there. And then round the back we've got the first of our silos. Now I'm unsure of the capacities of these. I haven't tested them to fill them right up, but they are not multi-fruit. On 19 they were multi-fruit silos, but that is not. I put a trailer underneath and clicked through, and it just went through all the standard crop types, so not a multi-fruit. There's a tiny little shed there. These are all the sheds that are in the mods that I showed you earlier. And then there's one of these medium petrol tanks. Like I say, there's one on each farm. They will hold up to 10,000 litres. They are all empty, so you'll need to fill them up and then just fill up from there. Lots more shed space. As you can see, tons and tons. You can go in these doors. I love the effects on there, all rusty and looking awesome. Very, very good map. And then here is our workshop trigger, so just like that. And then next to it, and this is the same on every single farm as well, do have a wardrobe function trigger, which is nice. Another shed here we can go into. So obviously if you don't own this land, this farm, you will not be able to open these doors. So one thing to point out there. And this is our pig sty. I don't think you can open those gates, no. This will, if I can get the trigger, hold 270 pigs. Again, you don't need to give these water, but you need to feed them. They will appear out there. We do have slurry here. Now, on the pigs and the cows, I haven't found any manure heaps, and I also haven't tested any of the cows or pigs, so apologies for that. Sometimes I normally do that, but I was running out of time tonight. I wanted to try and get this map tour out for you guys. But there is these sort of spaces, so I'm wondering if the manure would appear out here. If not, it's going to be a case of you're going to have to muck them out probably in there, because I don't think you can actually get into that place. So possibly there or inside. These aren't bunker silos or anything, they're just sort of like bays where you can park things up. Another huge shed there. And that is pretty much that farm. That is Malthouse Farm. So we'll jump in the pickup and we'll head on out. And I'm pretty much going round exactly the same route that I did on 19, because I checked the map out and I thought, oh yeah, I remember that, I remember this. And I thought, actually, I could probably do the same route I did before. And it kind of worked really well. Got to see quite a lot of the map. We're going to go right to the far end and then work ourselves back, because we need to go down that little track there we've just passed. So as you can see, traffic, people walking about. I love that huge wall. You can just about sometimes see, there you go, you can just about see the big house through the trees. Attingham Park, there it is. Very cool. Very, very nice map. Like I said, I thought that on 19 as well, and it's definitely staying that way for me for 22. We've got rid of the wall and we've got a rather large fence crossing over the bridge. So, I mean, look at these road signs, look, just really, really good. And then in here we do have the sweet potato and the old watermill Attingham. You even get people walking up through here, look. Fantastic. Right. Let's stop there. So this is the old watermill. This is basically your grain mill and your oil mill in one. So you'll tip in just there and your pallets produce will appear there. And if I buy this again, now click on that, as you can see we've got wheat, barley, oat and sorghum flour, and then at the bottom we've got sunflower, canola and olive oil. So that's those two rolled into one, which is pretty handy. Lovely decoration, a bit of an old ruin, old water mill. And then we've got this, which is the sweet potato sell point. Now there's 2 sell points again. This will take a few things. I can't remember exactly what, but there's potatoes over here. I'm guessing that's for that. It will take sugar beet cut. I think it takes honey and sugar itself as well, I think. I'd have to check that. But a lot of the sell points take things that you probably wouldn't think they would take. But if I start going through everything, showing you what's what, it's going to take absolutely forever. So we will go around the map, not rushing it, but not getting carried away, getting distracted by all the lovely scenery. And we need to pull into here. Just going to stop there because behind us, if we open this gate, this is Mr. Split's furniture. So it's kind of like your sawmill, but it's slightly a little bit different, and I'll show you that. So you'll come and sell your wood just there, pull up there. You're probably thinking, well, where's the triggers? Where can you buy it? You can actually go in all of these doors. So your pallets of produce will appear here. Around here is your icon to sell your wood. Again, if we buy this for 60 grand, and now I click on that, you can sell wood here and produce furniture. So you don't get any planks here like you would at the normal sawmill. There is another sawmill on the map, so you can use wood to produce furniture and get wood chips as an out product, or you can put planks in here, sell planks and produce furniture and get a output of wood chips as well. So very, very smart. I'm not quite sure where you would get your wood chips. Maybe here. There's no mark or anything like that. That is Mr. Split's furniture. Off we go. You can see how big some of these fields are though. But really, really nice feel to this map. It's nice and bright, lovely textures, the detail, the crispness of it. Attingham Park, 400 yards. It's just, even the little traffic islands and cones, awesome. Right, just here in front of us, this is new. I don't remember this being on the 19 version. This is a liquid silo. So it is currently empty. You can tip in and then you can take out from there. It doesn't hold all liquid types. I tried diesel and water and it would not accept it, but I did try slurry, herbicide, and what else did I try? I think I tried liquid fertilizer and it took those. Right, I'll give you a quick look where we've been. So we run round, we went into the shop area and where the spinnery was, down into this farm. It does, a lot of it looks quite spread out, but it's really, really close to each other, so it's nothing to worry about. Then we went all the way along here, into here, the watermill and the sugar, sweet potato sell point, Mr. Splits. We're now here at the liquid silo, and then we're going to work our way down through the map. Starting with this track here. We're now heading to that sheep pasture. But that is huge fields. I'm driving through the hedges. Good job I turned the collisions off. Right, just for now I'm going to stop here and jump the fence, but I will show you there is a proper gate to go in here. This is the sheep pen. You will need to give these guys water, and there is our water trough with the water icon. Feed trough is just here. And your wool is going to spawn just here, look, on the side of this shed, and this will hold 75 sheep. They will roam all around here, which is very nice. And we jump back into the pickup, and we've got a little shed down the bottom here, so if you wanted to store any equipment, water trailer or something like that. And there is the gate for that sheep pasture. We are going to cross the river, but you do need to be careful. You could probably back a trailer down into there to grab water. Yeah, you do need to be careful crossing this river, because I drove through, thought I was going to take a shortcut with a tractor and trailer to go to the BGA, and it was a little bit too deep and I lost the tractor and trailer. So we will get the warning up and we will get soaked, but you can get away with doing that because that is the proper crossing. So just be careful where you are trying to cross this river. You could always put down one of these sort of bridge mods that we've had out. There's quite a few of those out at the minute, which is nice. Something to think about. Right, I could be cheeky and cut through the hedge, but we'll go out the proper way. It's just down here. And we are going to head on up to the fishing club. Which is literally just on our right here. Again, very, very nice. Oh, there's the sign. That is it. I will do a map tour one day without crashing. Very nicely detailed again. We've got tents set up so people camping. Got a nice little jetty down here. Got the bulrushes. And there is ducks swimming around. Oh yeah, there we go. Look, we've got a couple of little mallards. Which is brilliant. Very nice detail. So that is Attingham Fishing Club. That will give you an hourly income if you own it. Buy that up, sit back, put your feet up. Happy days. Now, moving on, we are going to the animal dealer, so you can see those cows. I'll talk a little bit more about them, and they are here on our right hand side. And there they are moving around, and basically all it is, it's had a pasture put in, so if I click on that, we can't actually sell that. Can we buy... Yeah, that is part of that, so you possibly could sell that if you get rid of the cows themselves. I didn't actually test that. I'm quite intrigued by that. I might test that actually. Right, let's do the animal dealer first. So just here, that is going to show up with all the pens because we've bought the farms. It should show up animal dealer cows. I'm going to sell off those guys actually, because I just want to test something I thought about just now. Hope you don't mind. I know some people like to know these things. Right, that should be empty. So if we go up, that is empty. What we need to do is buy that. That's the one that's valued at 0, so that is absolutely fine. Now if we do that, yes, sell it. You don't get anything for it, but what does it do? It clears away the feed trough and everything. Well, I guess maybe you could turn that into a field. I don't know. I would personally leave it. I think it's quite cool. It brings the map to life. Anyway, we've got our bell sell point just here, which is nice. And then over in the corner, we've got a place where we can buy manure or slurry, or slurry, whichever you want to do. Right, moving on out of there. We're going to go all the way down to the bottom of the map now. There's quite a few things going on down this corner. A lot of sell points and productions on top of each other. And it's kind of a mix of sort of industrial, residential. It's quite a cool part of the map actually. Just going to zoom in a little bit because the trees, apologies for the trees. Now just in front of us, this is County Stores, which is the sell point. This has got 2 points of sale, so it's got one with the grate, the grill, so I'm guessing that's going to be for your grains and your crop types. If we go through the fuel station, which obviously you can use, there is another sell point there, which is probably going to be for your produce like your eggs, lettuce, strawberries, things like that. So yeah, this is the fuel station as well, which you can obviously use. 176.5 for diesel, if only. Lovely detail though. Look at the post office. That is a proper post office sign here in the UK. The postcards, we've got the little red letterbox. Awesome. Very, very nice. Very British looking in places. Right. Moving on from there, we need to go in here. And then round into here. So like I say, there's quite a few things going on in this part of the map. But round the back here, again, we've got two separate sell points. I'm guessing potatoes on the right and a lot of other things on the left. This is a Lower Cross indoor market sell point. I will show you these all on the map in a minute. And if we head on out and around, is a little bit like a maze in this bit, but it won't take you long to get your bearings once you've played on here for a while. So on the left, that is our bakery building, Sunrise Bakery. So as you can see, that's where your pallets will appear, just there. I'm going to swing around, get myself ready for a quick exit. We'll leave the engine running. So there's your bakery, a tip-in point there. Again, over here, 125 grand for the bakery, but we'll buy it. Like I say, we can do bread and cakes. This will also do cereal, so something a little bit different there, extra. And then this is that little plot that I told you about, with field 47. So very, very small field, and you get that greenhouse with it. Just a standard greenhouse, nothing different about it, so I won't go into too much detail with that. And then if we go up round this way, we'll go in and we will go all the way up the back and work our way out. So if I can spin around like so, happy days, I'll jump out. This is our dairy, Lower Cross Dairy. So tip in or unload there. This is just kind of standard. It would do butter and cheese. And then across the way we've got our grape processing unit. Again, these two are pretty standard as far as I could tell. I did buy up all the production points. And then down here we've got a couple right on top of each other. Got another workshop trigger. This is D&G Auto Repairs. So just here, and obviously your workshop icon just here. Little things like this, so the detail on here, look. You've got the labour rates there, Monday to Saturday, £40 per hour. If you watch, it goes up to £60 an hour. If you offer advice, £70 an hour. If you help, £80 an hour. I thought it would be cheaper, wouldn't it, if you help? If your mate had to go first, £90 an hour. If you saw it on the internet and thought it looked easy, £100 an hour. And then if you walk through the workshop, it's £2 each way. That's brilliant. Love it. Oh, I'm missing one. This is the sugar shack. So this is kind of like sugar mill. So tip in there. Pallets there. 80 grand. And this will do sugar beet sugar, sugar beet cut sugar, and sugar cane sugar. It's very cool. We've still got the skip place on our left just there. And then just up the back here is our sawmill. So this is, what was this called? Lower Cross Sawmill. And you are going to sell your wood. There's your icon. So pull up here, sell your wood. That is where you're going to get your wood chips out from. You're going to get your planks produced just there. And then up the back, down the side, we've got a wood chip sell point, which is pretty cool, right next to each other. So let's quickly show you what we did. So we come down, sheep pasture, along here, cross the river probably about here, all the way along up into the Attingham Fishing Club, down here animal dealer, which is now missing those cows, down here all the way into country stores and the fuel station, and then we went along here. That obviously is the edge of the map, so we turned off here, went up in there to that sell point first. So like I say, it does look like it's all spread out and it looks a bit further away than it should be, but you've seen how close they are together, and these are all the things we've checked out, so pretty good. Let's jump into the pickup. If we went straight on, that is a dead end, so do not go down that way, especially if you've got a trailer on the back. We are going to head on out this way and then left again. We've got another sell point here, and this was British grain. So we've got the truck and trailer parked in there again, making it look like a proper place. If we open that door, you've got your sell point just there, so it's going to kind of be like a main sell point. That fuel tank you can't use, I did test that. So heading on out this way, sort of kind of leaving the residential area. Again, lovely looking fields. Bit of a drive, but we are going up to the sort of second farm, but we're going to visit the BGA first, if I can speak properly. And we need to go down here for that. And on the left, this is the field that you'll be working in if you work for the BGA, field 35. And here we are at the BGA, so we've got a nice size bunker silo. There's the equipment, most of it, all looking a little bit dirty, but it's there ready for us. And there's your BGA standard kind of setup, like so. And it's also got one of those fuel tanks just there, which again you can fill up 10,000 litres. That is the BGA. We are heading over there, which is the next farm, and that is Brompton Farm. This one does not have a silo, but it does have the greenhouse. So whether that is a compromise, I'm not sure. There is the greenhouse. Again, you can go in through that gate, but I'm not going to stop and go through the detail of that. There's the farm sign. And like I say, no sleep triggers. You'll have to place down a doormat or something like that, or whatever one you want to. There is room here for probably a silo. It's not perfectly flat. It looks like it's sort of sloping away a little bit to me. We will stop here. We'll have a little run around. Workshop trigger, and again we've got the wardrobe, and we've got another fuel tank there. A little bit of a pull through. Now, like I said earlier, if you don't own this plot, you won't be able to open the doors, but this door doesn't have a collision on it. One thing I noticed, but we can open it. No lights in that one. More shed space there. Tons more shed space. And more shed space. And more shed space. That would make quite a nice bell storage actually. And then we have our chickens. So your feed trough just the other side of the fence, eggs just there. This will hold 30 chickens. And they will appear in this area here. They don't seem to come out. I think what they've done is basically put down a standard chicken pasture, holds 30 as well, and they won't come out that way, so that's pretty smart. And if we run down the back, we've got our cows. We've got a slurry point, collection point there, a milk collection point. This will hold 200 cows. We can open the gates. You can open these gates like so. There's your feed trough just there. And again with the manure, I'm guessing it's probably going to appear in here, because you do need to give them straw, and they will all appear out here. That's just decorative. And there's another water trough there, which is just decorative. It does look like it's got water in already. so not too bad. Right, let's hop across to the pickup. Bit cheating, I know, but time is getting on. So we will leave Brompton Farm. That is the field, or one of the fields you get with this farm. Quite a quirky shape. And I really like this next sell point. This is awesome. This is Mrs. Holland's village shop. So again, a little bit like the hotel, it will take things that you kind of would expect to buy in a shop. Potatoes, milk, bread, flour, strawberries, lettuce. 2 sell points again. This one here at the front, lovely detail. Another post office with a letterbox. Really, really nice looking, proper village shop. And then another sell point round the back. We've got the potatoes box just there, like so. Right, we've got one more place to visit, guys, and that is the last farm, and that is gonna be Crossfields Dairy. Quite a nice drive up here though. It gives you a chance to see some of the scenery. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Even over in the distance there, look, it looks like there's buildings, but that is out of bounds. So again, the farm sign there with the house. We went straight on. That does take you into the cow pasture. I love the cattle grids as well, so that the cows can't get out. Back of the farmhouse, we've got some sheds up here. These do all open, obviously, if you own the land, and the N2 has the workshop in with the wardrobe function as well. It's a dead end though, but there is some sheds there. And then moving on round. A little bit like the pigs, we've got these kind of things here, so I'm not sure whether the manure will appear there, but you might be able to store it, build it up. A couple more sheds, that goes off out to one of our fields as part of this farm. We do have a bunker silo here though at this one, which is just here. And again, these little bays, lovely little, look at that stone wall, brick wall, awesome. And this is our cow pasture, so milk collection point there, your dialogue box, 300 cows. You can go in all through these gates. You're going to need to go through this one because this is your feed and straw trigger, like so. And they will appear all out here, which is nice. We've got another fuel tank. This is your slurry collection point, and a different looking silo, which is a nice touch. It's not the same looking one. Pipe in and out, again not a multi-fruit, so whether that's going to be a problem for people, but you could easily put something down. There's plenty of room on the farms. And then through the cattle grid, all the way up this way. A few trees there you could probably chop down. We are going to stop there, I'll turn the engine off. We're going to finish off here at the sheep pasture. So more shed space. We can go in these doors around the side, look, a little bit. There you go. Keep some equipment up here for the sheep if you want to. Again, this will open up. Lights in here again, I'm guessing they are automatic, they must be. So you will need to give these guys water. Feed trough just there. Dialogue box is there. 200 sheep. Can open that gate. They will all appear out here. Again, lovely size pasture for them. The animal pens on here, they've all got really good sizes. And your wall is just over here. That's going to spawn just there. So that is it. So we came out of there, we did all of this round here. Like I say, we came along and then we went, what way did we go? We went across there actually, yeah. So you've just about come up through there. We're going all the way up through here and did this farm. come along like that. Oh, the BGA as well did this farm. Mrs. Holland's village shop, and then we went all the way up this straight road, Crossfields dairy, and then the sheep pasture. And that is the map. That is Attingham Park by GBModding. Awesome map. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you have enjoyed the video, please give us a like, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That would be awesome. And don't forget to smash that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.